Hola, hola, Señora Freire here. So this tutorial is so that you can teach your students how to play La Lotería Mexicana online. So much fun. The students really, really like it. So the first thing you'll need to do is share the link with students. Now, you'll need to make sure that anyone with the link can access because sometimes students don't use their school district account, so then they have to be able to access. And also, they have to be editors. Okay, the reason they need to be editors is because when they choose their tabla, they're going to be using these beans and moving them around. So that means that they're changing something inside of this loteria. Okay, so once they're here, I tell my students to click on the waffle down here at the bottom so that they could see all of the tablas. And by doing that, they can also see these little bubbles. If they see a bubble, I tell them, then that means that tabla has already been taken. Okay, so then you need to find another one. For example, I can't use tabla 3, 4, or 5. Someone's already using those. So as soon as they find one they like, they need to go ahead and double click on it. That way nobody else uses it. So I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to double click. Once you double click, it takes you specifically to that tabla. So then you're going to explain to your students how you're going to play. Are you going to play like 4 across, 4 up and down, 4 diagonal, or are you going to play the tabla llena? I like to do the 4 first, and then I tell them don't remove the beans because now we're going to do the tabla llena. Okay? So when you're calling the cards that they'll see, you tell the students they're going to use their beans to place it on whatever you called. So let's say that you called la rana, and then later on you called la chalupa, and maybe you called la sirena, and then hay que decir el sol, y luego las jaras. So as soon as a student gets 4 in a row, they're going to say either buenas or they can say lotería, which is something that you can go over with them here in the first slide. Buenas, which is what we say at my house, or lotería. Either one is fine. And then I'll say, okay, ahora don't remove the beans. We're going to continue tabla llena. Once again, a quick recap. If there's a bubble here on a tabla over here on the left, you could see them, then that means that tabla is already taken. Okay, and the student will need to choose a different one. Also, remember to share the link that is editable. Okay, so I hope that this tutorial was useful and have a lot of fun.